y'all, SweetSummerSim here, aka Derica. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. Today's speed build is a residential rental in our newest sim world of Ciudad Enamorada. We are now working on the shell and exterior, and I will say that this build was kind of ambitious for me, but I loved it. Once I was able to figure out the colors on the exterior, I just had a vision if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm working on the shell. There are four apartment units in this rental. They're all different floor plans. So the first unit is a studio apartment, the second is a 1-bedroom 1-bath, the third one is a 2-bedroom 1-bath, and the fourth one is a 2-bedroom 2-bath. There is also a laundry area and in like an outdoor like community hangout, and then there's also a cafe at the end. I initially wanted to put in a restaurant, but like gameplay wise, you wouldn't be able to run a restaurant without, you wouldn't be able to run a restaurant at all on a residential lot. So I decided to put in a cafe, so that way you can just hire like a barista and like Sims will come in and everything, because it is a shared space. So I tried my best to keep this to a limited pack build. So in order to play the lot as like I intended, you would absolutely need to have Love Struck, For Rent, Get Together, and the Laundry Day Stuff pack. But if you don't have those, if you at least had For Rent and Love Struck, this would be perfect. So if you don't have Get Together for the cafe and Laundry Day for the laundry room, you could put in like a gym, a fitness center, a business center, like a couple computers for residents to use, or maybe like an event space, like how some places have like an event space. Or you can also do something like an office, or like at least an office. That's what I'm trying to say. But I did also use Eco Lifestyle, Get to Work, Dream Home Decorator, and Modern Lux. But those packs you don't actually, they're more the objects I use to decorate with those items are just decorative items, nothing gameplay related. So if you don't have those, you'd be fine. And this build is already up on the gallery, so go ahead and grab it. I think you guys will have a lot of fun playing in it. It is play tested. I did play test every single unit, and surprisingly I did not have any like errors, like nothing was blocking anything. They were able to do every single thing in the apartment. So I was really proud of myself, because I ended up having like 9 hours and 45 minutes of footage. I was like, oh my gosh, I spent so much time, but I really love it. This is my special interest, okay? The Sims is my special interest. Anywho, I really love the bright exterior paint that we got with the pack. So I know you guys can see where we are now. I'm kind of trying to decide on the exterior colors. I really did enjoy the wallpapers. I think the only one that I didn't really care for was like the snakeskin one. And speaking of, I did try to use every single object in the pack, but there were a few decorative items that I did not use, and I didn't use the newer gym equipment. So I have been able to play with Love Struck. I will say, she could give us more. But you know how it is. If you're a simmer, you've been a simmer for a long time, you know how it is. So I find my fun with the game like this, with my little gameplay stories and my little builds. So I decided to have like this rooftop area. I didn't put too much into it, but I did put like at least a chess table and a couple of the newer picnic tables that we got. I originally was thinking like making it be a like having like a rooftop pool, but I feel like that kind of did not make sense for the bakery, with the bakery being under it. So in my mind, the owner of this entire lot, this lot is owned by one sim, and so they have this little cafe and these 4 rental apartments right here next to each other. I tried to work with the wall that is a part of this world. Like, you can't delete that wall there, and it technically is the front of the lot. So I really tried to incorporate like a little alleyway and everything, and I just thought having a cafe on the end of it would kind of, you know, blend the apartment complex into the world a little bit. And I'm hoping that you'll get a little bit more Sims to visit, you know, when you have, like, you know, when they come to your door, if they went in and go stop by the cafe and the shared areas, that would be so much fun, I think. So right now we are on to the interior of the cafe. I really went with a lot of bright colors. I did pink, like bright, like the hot pink and the bright blue that we got. I really love the having this new rounded table and these like folding chairs. Like, they're like metal, like folding chairs, but they actually look really good. So I tried not to like overuse the items. I tried to make everything, you know, look kind of unique. And I will say that the cafe was a whole lot of fun just using all those bright colors. The fourth apartment, we really used a lot of bright colors in there as well, because in my mind, the sim that lives there is like a wealth, like a, you know, like a well-off matchmaker. And they had a lot of funky colors in there. So yeah, this is what I did in the bakery. It's very simple. I mean, I keep calling it a bakery. I wish we could make this be a bakery. That would be exactly what I initially wanted, because I would have liked for it to have something like, you know, if we could put the food stall dishes, if they could make the food stall dishes in here, in addition to like selling like some pastries and coffee, that would be perfect. But I work with what we got. And now you guys can see my hot pink and blue cafe, and we are just about done with the cafe, and we are moving on into the shared laundry area. I did not try to put like too much clutter in here, because I was kind of worried about you know, lag with the if I put too much in the community areas, but I did not have any lag when I play tested this lot. And I don't play on a high-end computer, I play on a laptop. So I think like my system is like a good test, you know, for, you know, what most people have. But yeah, the laundry room is very simple itself. I just had the white machines with the coin slots and a couple pieces of laundry, and that was it. And we are on to the community hangout. So this shared area, the build portion of these are very short. I mean, or you know, not as long as the furnishing for the apartments. So it's coming up on me kind of quick, but we are on the rooftop. I just put a grill and two of the patio tables out here. I was kind of thinking of doing like, you know, a little area for a singer, because one of the Sims that will live here is a musician. But I kept it really simple, just these tables, the chess table and a little marble, what is it called, like a marble circle, I'm just gonna call it a marble circle, and the hopscotch from For Rent. And yes, we are on to the very first apartment. I am like, I don't think I've ever even been inside. No, I toured a studio before, but I've never lived in a studio apartment. But I like am like really obsessed with the idea of studio apartments. So the very first unit is a studio apartment. I was surprised at like how well like the space worked out, because when I initially built the shell, like I wasn't like counting the squares to like make sure everything would work, but everything did work out. I did not record me actually creating the floor plans, because I was kind of struggling at first. And instead of like, you know, just wasting time recording, I just did the floor planning off camera. But in here I did use the newest wallpaper. The backsplash in the kitchen is a new wallpaper, as well as this little rug. I wish I could use that rug in every single thing, because I was just having, I wanted to just keep using that rug, but I didn't. I refrained, and I used the base game counters. There wasn't any, we didn't get any like bathroom items, we didn't get kitchen items, and I don't believe we really got anything for outdoors either. So I did use a lot of base game. And like I said, I did try to keep this as a limited pack build. So most of the time I was just searching for Love Struck and base game. So you will see a lot of base game items in here. And the only time where I just absolutely had to like venture out was like when I used the Modern Luxe curtains. And I think I used something from Eco Lifestyle that wasn't absolutely necessary, but I did go ahead and use it. I love this little like cookie or cracker shaped rug. I don't know how to describe that, but I really love using that rug. I try not to overdo it, but we only got those 2 rugs in this pack, and I really did enjoy using them. Overall, I really did like the items that we got in the pack. I would say maybe my favorite item is this bed that I'm using here. I just really enjoyed the headboard and the shape, and then all the the detail we got with the 4 pillows, which I think we have 4 pillows in other items, but I think they really did a good job with this item. And I don't know if I have any other favorites for Love Struck. I really did like the cast for feminine frame sims, and I did like at least a couple of tops that we got for masculine frame sims. But I spent a lot of time making making female sims, so I I have a hard time with males, so I really didn't pay too much attention to the male cast. And I guess my hard time with male sims came showed itself in me creating the spaces for these sims, because I got to the 3rd apartment and I realized that I had only planned for there to be one male sim in this apartment. So this second one that we're on is actually my favorite, and this one I imagine is for an art critic. So they have a little modest space, but they have like a big interest in art. So there's a lot of paintings around the apartment with lights above them to highlight the paintings. I did like that little lighting that we got with the pack to I don't know what you call it, to like spotlight the paintings a little bit better. The paintings are probably my favorite decorative item in the pack because they look so good. I try to use them as many times as I could in here. And I did use some of the like the base game, like Starflower, some of the like the older fancier looking paintings. I did try to include them in here. I also like the armchairs that we get in here, like the one I use at the desk in here for this art critic, for them to be able to sit down and write their reviews and everything. I love that chair. And then there's the kind of like shell, I think I'll call it like a shell armchair, that I also use in here. So this sim would be an art critic, kind of a little bit more established, but they have a modest space. And I really love the neon pieces that we got. So I think like my favorite one is probably the little dinosaur one, but the one with the line art of like a woman's face, I really like that. And I ended up putting the wall, the flower decal above the head to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. I went with like a pink and green theme in here. I don't know, I can't get away from green. I really try my best to not overdo it with green, but it worked out so well in here. I was able to use that bright the flowery wallpaper in the bedroom. So we're not in there just yet, but I know you guys did see me place it there as a focal wall. That's where the bed will go. I really loved working with that wallpaper. I did use it one other time in the fourth unit. So right now in here I'm just trying to lay out some decorations. I tried not to overdo it again because I kind of was worried about lag. I think if I were to do a smaller unit I wouldn't be as concerned, but I was worried about lag and for them to be able to move around in these smaller spaces. Surprisingly, these all had very good like rental prices. I think the fourth apartment, which is a 2-bedroom 2-bathroom, which obviously is more space, the more expensive, but honestly these 2 studios and even the 2 1-bedroom apartments and even the 2-bedroom 1-bath really didn't cost a lot, so this wouldn't have to be a place where your Sims have to work themselves up to. But we are on into the art critic's bedroom, and I just stuck with like the pink and floral things here. I did squeeze in these little tiny end tables, which worked out perfectly because I was kind of thinking like they would like be like floating shelves. That's kind of how I imagined them, so that's how I went there. I did test this because this room is only 4 tiles wide, but Sims can get in and out and like relax and sit on both sides of the beds. I did use this giant base game dresser, and I scooched it as far back in the wall as I could. It does still function, but I really had to, scooch it in so that we get as much space in here as we can. And I just put like a little this is like a base game shelving rack and clothing just to add a little bit more, because I feel like this sim as an art critic would be doing a lot of traveling and having to be in museums and such and looking nice. So we are on to our third unit. This is one of my favorite ones, just because of character alone. So in my mind, an elder sim owns this apartment. It's probably been here for forever and ever, and they are renting out their 2nd bedroom to a young musician. This is the only male sim that I plan for here, and in my mind, he is like recently broken up. He's a bro, he's a songwriter, he's a guitarist, and he just needed somewhere to stay really fast, and this nice sweet sim elder provided him a space to rent out. I did use the I don't know what to call that broke down bed that comes when you buy the expansion pack, that you get with the expansion pack when you buy it by I think like September the 5th, but neither here nor there. I did use that for him, and I did put like that little decorative weight set. Oh my gosh, I wish that they had gave us that as a functioning set. Like, I know that a modder is like working right, it's probably already out. Like, I hope somebody mods that to be functional, because I would love to have that. I almost thought we were gonna have functional weights, and we don't. But anywho, we are on into the kitchen in here. Of course, using base game counters again. I don't think I tried to use anything even in the other expansion packs that I did use. I tried to keep everything it's love struck a base game. I don't know why I keep saying that, but anyways, I worked on the kitchen in here. Blue was screaming my name in this apartment. I tried to stay away from blue, but I feel like all the best stuff in the pack just comes in blue. I really tried to use this backsplash, and I was hoping that I could use it a lot more than I did, but I think I was only able to use it in this apartment. But I really do love it. I can't wait to get more swatches of backsplash like this, because I've been wanting something like this for a while, because most of the wallpapers, when you try to use them as a backsplash, they go all the way up to the top, and then it's hard to find one that'll match the paint you have on the other wall. So I love just being able to add in those little squares there. They really did a big one with this one. But I found that on this lot, like, I don't know if this is like a base game thing, like I don't know if it's a new glitch with Love Struck or whatever, but when I was playing on this lot, like, the windows and the doors just kept kind of doing weird stuff where they would be there but you can't see the whole thing. So that was happening a lot. And I also was noticing that the ceiling, like, some of the ceiling paint looked kind of blue. I thought I was tripping at first but it was not me. The ceiling looks a little bit weird. So if you do download this lot and you see that the ceiling looks a little weird, hopefully EA fixes it. That's all I got for that. But I'm setting up the dining space now. I try to keep the pieces a little bit more dated, which is kind of easy when you focus on the items that we got in the base game. The stuff with not modern looks, Love Struck, everything is a little bit more modern. There are some things that are not, like for example that cluster of photos, and then there are some like wood based pieces that don't look as modern, but they didn't really match too much in here for what I was trying to do. But I was able to use like those decorative ceramics and everything. I did in another build, I did like blow that up and put a plant in it, and so I think I'll be doing a lot with those little pottery is that pottery? Yeah. That's pottery. But yes, this little space, I just thought every unit I just tried to make it cozy. I tried to make it different, but cozy. So this is a simple space. I did not put too much around. Like for the elder, I just imagine that they were retired and they just really love hanging out with their cat and hanging out on their little back porch area. So there isn't like too much in here. I did have like a bookshelf, but I honestly tried to not put too many bookshelves in the build because Sims will just read. But anyway, we are upstairs in the elder's room. I did not put I did not include the bathrooms or any like hallway decor or anything, so you guys won't see that there. I don't even think I took pictures of it, so they're not that important anyways. But we are in the elders room. Everything is like blue, brown, like whites and tans, and I wanted something kind of like a little bit dated for the pet bed, but I didn't really see anything that I liked. So I don't think I mentioned that I use cats and dogs, but these were the only items that I used from cats and dogs. So if you don't have that, you won't miss it. You won't miss the gross litter box on the back porch and the little doggy bowl. I did like that I put this little back porch out here for the elder. I imagined that like she would come and sit out here with her cat, and then her the young man that rents her second bedroom would probably kind of come out here and chit chat with her. I didn't have any Sims have an interest in gardening. Like, I love playing with gardening myself personally, but I just don't think it's realistic to have some major gardener in every single lot. I do have her like gardening tools, but I didn't put any plots or anything. We are on to the final bedroom in this third unit, and I kind of think I went like too stereotypical, bro. Like, he was kind of messy. He has his workout gear, he has spades, but he still has like candles because he'll probably like to have, a date or two. But this room is very simple. I just put those piles of laundry there. I didn't actually put any like laundry baskets in here because laundry is some kind of like, I put a shared laundry in there, but laundry sometimes kind of glitches out. So I did not put any laundry baskets around, but I did like having like these little piles of laundry for my story. I think I'm gonna have to challenge myself to do a build for male sim that is not like stereotypical, like bro or like kind of sloppy guy. Like, I need to build something for an established sim with a career and very nice house and things like that. You know what I mean? But for now, we just have a musician with, candles and dumbbells and a guitar in his room. I really did like the designs that we got on that new little guitar and that little accent chair that I put in his room. That's actually one of my favorite chairs in this build as well. Oh, and we are on to the very last apartment. We are cranking through this. When I sat down, I was like, oh my gosh, I have like 35 minutes of yapping to do. What am I gonna do? I am cranking it out. But this is one is probably the hardest build or the hardest unit that I had to furnish. I was going for like, you know, a successful matchmaker, and I imagined that she had a, you know, a teenager and good money from the matchmaking that she's been doing over the years. So this apartment is the most expensive one in in this lot, but I really like how it turned out. I kind of went there with the colors. Like everywhere else, I was kind of familiar with the decor style that I went with, but these I kind of had a little bit of struggle with because I see like the luxury builds and all that stuff that people make, and I'm always just like, how how did you see the potential in this item? But anyway, I put the new single bar in here. I put up that new hanging plant decor in here, and that big old flower. I really tried to use that thing so many times, but I was only able to make that decorative plant work in here. But I really love how I did, like, the theme in here was just like blue, I mean not blue, green, gold, and like white slash creams, you know. So there was color in here, but I kind of tried to keep the bright whites going. I don't know if it played out or translated well, but I really like how it turned out. This unit has its own like laundry, so this one is I don't know how in my mind that you have like low income and higher income Sims that would live in this community rental, but you know, hey, they do. I'm sure that's a thing in real life as well. But anyways, I had such a good time. Anytime I remembered that we have these lovely, like have this lovely new decorative pillow from the event rewards. So I did put pillows in here, and I did put pillows on the what is it, the lips chair. I was able to put that in the primary bedroom in this unit, and I did really like the chair at first, but when I covered it up with some pillows, loved it. But we are just about done in this room. I did add you know, a couple paintings, you know, wine glasses or wine bottles in the little bar area, and just like a little flower to set it off. Y'all saw me trying to do the little pot in the or sizing up the pot and putting the plant in it trick. It did not work out in here, but I did do it in a different build, and I did do something similar in the kitchen. Speaking of the kitchen, y'all see me starting off this kitchen with the dining already set there. I had a hard time figuring out how I could do the kitchen and make it look like it matched with the aesthetic that I was going for in here. So I did end up using this base game counter. I think if I had not limited myself pack wise, I could have done this better, because I think that the counters from the Home Shelf Hustle kit would have been absolutely perfect in this kitchen, but I didn't want to like go too overboard with the packs. We are upstairs in the primary bedroom. This is the room where I was just like, oh my gosh, I did a whole lot with these colors, but I ended up liking it in the end. And I was showing my husband this build afterward. I was like, come look at it. And when I got to the room, he said, whoa. I was like, wait, is that bad? Is that good? He was like, no, I like it. So it's pretty funky and bright. I think that the sim that I used to playtest, I ended up like leaving her in this unit just because I just feel like she would be the successful matchmaker. She does not have a teen, so if anyone would like to send me a teen or you know, any other sims for that matter for this lot, that would be great. I do have some other builds planned. I'm interested in doing some gameplay with Love Struck, but I don't think it's something that I would be able to do long term, just like simply because I think the gameplay features in here kind of rely on what we have in the existing game already, like, you know, the dates, the career and everything. So it's not really like a whole lot you can do gameplay wise to show off the pack. Like, if you watch one review video, you've kind of seen everything. There's not a whole lot of surprises in here. But anywho, y'all can see where I got my bright oranges and pinks and purples. I don't know, I think like sometimes when I get a color scheme, I get so literal and I feel like, wait, maybe I did too much. And then I have to get an outside perspective. So I don't know, you guys let me know, what is your favorite unit? What is your favorite room? Do you love them all? Do you hate them all? Just tell me that you love them all. Don't tell me you hate any of them. I also gave this unit like a little small patio off to the side. I just imagined that our matchmaker would come out here and, you know, see what's going on in the community courtyard. I kind of wanted to put more things in the courtyard, speaking of, but I only put like 2 benches down there and a tree in the middle. I mean, I did put mailboxes and a what's it called? A dumpster. So people, like, you could do some things down there, but I think that the courtyard area has a lot of potential. We are on into our personal office. At first, the teens room included this office space, but it just felt like too much, and I feel like it would make more sense if the matchmaker had her own personal office. So I don't necessarily believe she has a firm, but she would have, you know, her own office space. I think like she's an independent matchmaker, probably does like high-end clients and maybe works like 3 days a week, maybe. But yes, I think that she would also probably do like social media, maybe like do content creation for, you know, how to meet your match, what to put on your dating profiles, things like that. That's what I was thinking for this sim. And y'all see the artwork that I put up in here. I put the male and the female. That the guy one, I don't know why it just looks kind of silly to me, but I love it. I don't know how they come up with the designs that they do for the artwork, but I really do quite enjoy it. We are almost done in the office. So y'all see me again doing that little trick with the pots. I did that a lot because I wanted these pots to have something else. I think if I was using the Blue Maroons kit, I probably would have put some of those other smaller pots in that. I mean, smaller deck. Why can't I talk? Why can't I talk? Put some of those smaller flowers inside there. And we are finally in the last room. I really enjoyed this curtain. It was a lot of fun for me. But I went with green. Oh my gosh, I have green blindness. I went with green in here again. I honestly mean I have to do a challenge where I don't use green because apparently I cannot not use it. But like I said before, green is that girl. I can't help it. Anywho, I did have a hard time deciding on a bed in here, and I think that is why I ended up having an item from Dream Home Decorator, because the base game beds just do not do it for me. I really would love to have an upgrade. But this room itself was very simple, just a single bed. I did kind of do something different because we have like ceiling lights with this. So I mean with the new pack. So I painted the ceiling like a blue carpet, and I filled the ceiling with the lighting that we have on the ceiling lighting, excuse me, and I put the cloud lights that we get in the base game. So I just thought that was like a fun little, kind of way to make it fun. I know in Horse Ranch there's like a flooring that has clouds on it already. So if you have Horse Ranch, you would need to do it the way that I did it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I did put that little mirror just in front of the dresser using tool mod to make it look like it's built in, or like built onto the dresser. I did test it. The dresser and the mirror are both still functional that way, and I do believe we are just about done in this room. So that means the speed build is coming to an end. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed the screenshots at the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you guys in another one. Till then, bye.